Well, thank you so much once again to you, Leanne. Now, did you know that World Food Day was conceptualized by the Food and Agriculture Organization? It's in the US under the auspices of the United Nations about 70 years ago. I have a representative now to discuss it further. It is Dr. Tobias Takavarasha. A very good morning, or in fact, should I say, Ndeipi, Doc?
Ndeipi, good morning, Ayanda.
Makariri.
Tinofara mairafi.
Diribo. Thank you so much. I just wanted to show off the very little Shona that I know. But Doc, tell us about the importance of World Food Day and why the FAO decided to embark on this initiative.
It's a very significant day today, 16 October, World Food Day. For the past 70 years, the United Nations set up the Food and Agriculture Organization to assist the world to eradicate hunger, poverty, and malnutrition. And here we are in South Africa. We are very thankful that World Food Day is being commemorated. It is a day that was set up so that we raise awareness to all the people who are affected by food about the importance of food production, the importance of eating the right food, the importance of using every opportunity that we have to remember the poor, to distribute food, and to ensure that the children are taught and educated about the importance of food. So World Food Day is really about raising global awareness about the partnership that we need in order to eradicate hunger once and for all in the world.
You touched on something that was quite significant. While eradicating hunger is first and foremost, it is crucial, it is absolutely key. But some might be sitting at home and thinking, well, I eat, there's no hunger where I'm living. We're living either in the township or in the suburbs. But the fact of malnutrition is not just the absence of food, but it's the absence of good quality food and nutritious food. What are we doing to spread the message among those who are the haves, perhaps, and not just the have-nots?
What we are telling them, that is the correct definition of food security, is to have adequate food at all times for you to be able to lead a healthy life. So it speaks not just about the quantity of food that you eat, but the quality of that food. And then the quantity as well. Because if you eat too much of it, of the wrong food, you have the problem of obesity. If you eat too little of the wrong food, there's undernourishment. So education of nutrition is very important. That as we need, much as we need enough food for our daily living, we also need to eat the right food, and that food also must be safe. There is a lot of issue about food safety. You need the right quantity at the right time, the right nutritious quality of food, as well as correct safety of food. How the food is handled up to the time you get it to your stomach.
In a developing country such as South Africa, and in fact, let's speak on the African continent at large, we are undergoing development. How crucial is good quality food that is in the right quantities in order to make sure that we have a healthy workforce who is able to build the various countries that they're in and also stimulate the economy? So the role that food plays in socio-economic development. Speak to us about that.
That is correct. While we are concerned about ensuring that everyone gets adequate food, there is also needed to ensure that food is coming not only from what you can produce yourself. Of course, we pay a lot of attention to ensuring that commercial farmers, smallholder farmers, emerging farmers are able to produce. But at the same time, we are aware that not everyone is able to produce. Some depend on the food that they buy from supermarkets. This is where we are focusing our attention, that buy the right food, avoid wastage. A lot of food gets wasted while there are other people who are going to bed hungry all night. So we are trying to balance by ensuring that we support the government in ensuring that they have correct policies that can contribute to eradicating hunger, distributing food correctly. This is why the theme for this year's World Food Day is social protection in agriculture, breaking the cycle of rural poverty. This recognizes that there is a close linkage. That's why I was happy to see the Minister of Agriculture together with the Minister of Social Development talking together about how we can strengthen the role of agriculture to contribute to social protection by eradicating hunger and ensuring that they have proper livelihood and good health. Food also is very closely linked to health. If you have good diet, your health is also better.
Indeed, and that will obviously alleviate the weight on the Department of Health to make sure that not a lot of people are going to clinics and hospitals.
Take the budget that is being used by the Ministry of Health to correct people who are eating the wrong food. That budget could allow us to produce as much food as we want of the right quantity. So there is that balance that needs to be taking place.
Indeed, and another department that comes into play here, the Department of Education, we need to make sure that school tuck shops and where kids are eating food are nutritious and they get access to food there, because you can't learn on an empty stomach, firstly. Secondly, you don't want to promote obesity among children. Before
you even learn, you cannot even go to school. So we are very happy that through the Department of Education, there is the school nutrition program, which is allowing schools to feed kids 1 meal a day at school, and also allowing them to produce their own food. As children see where the food is coming from, I'm happy to see a chicken here. It shows that the chicken is not coming from the fridge, it is coming from a farm. So that is why we are saying nutrition education is as much important as any other form of education.
70 years down the line, have you started to see a manifestation that you're doing good work? Are we starting to slowly making a dent on hunger? Are we starting to make an impact?
We are pleased to say that a lot of attention is being given towards agriculture. A lot of research is going into agriculture. The absolute number of people who are facing hunger is slowly reducing, although it is still high, from about 850 million last year to less than 800 this year. There is progress towards reducing the number of people who are experiencing hunger. But at the same time, we still need to reduce that number to zero. That's why we're talking of the Zero Hunger Initiative, that everyone should have enough food. But to do that, you need a lot of attention, correct budgets to ensure that production is not affected, correct inputs, correct policies, and correct prices, because agricultural production is affected by the inputs that go into production, the cost of fertilizer, the cost of fuel. So the whole value chain need to work together. That's why we need partnerships between farmers, private sector, government, and the UN to make sure that jointly we can eradicate hunger.
Indeed. Now, I'm glad you've brought in a little bit of an element of politics now. Let me venture in there. And once we've spoken about the hunger aspects, let's talk about empowerment of local farmers. A little bit earlier, I alluded to the fact that we're about to receive quite a large influx of chickens from the US and what that will do to local farmers. Let's speak about those dynamics of the inflow and outflow of local produce and what it means for an economy of an emerging farmer.
Of course, as I said, what we do is we encourage and provide the information for governments to take the correct decisions on the basis of the right information. It is up to government to assess how much of the food they can produce from their own, how much they can complement from imports, and that they balance that in such a way that imports do not prejudice the local production. So I'm sure the Department of Industry, together with Agriculture, they are constantly reviewing their policies to ensure that there is the correct balance of what you produce on your own and, of course, what you can import to complement what cannot be produced locally.
We'll have to leave it there, Doc. My thanks to you for bringing us that insight. And when we come back, I'd like to explore the role of young people in agriculture. Sometimes they think, oh no, I don't want to be a farmer. It just doesn't look sexy, I suppose, as a career. But it's absolutely crucial and vital. So we discuss that in just a moment. Stay with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.